Hey everyone, if you're a creator, this right here is your playbook. We're going to break down exactly how to protect your ideas and maybe even more importantly, how to turn that passion, that creative spark, into a real sustainable profession. But first, let's just jump right in. Imagine this. You've poured weeks into a project. You hit publish and bam, it just explodes. We're talking millions of views. But then you start seeing it everywhere else. Only it's got someone else's name on it. No credit, no cash, nothing. That is the ultimate creator's nightmare, right? Well, today we're going to figure out how to stop it from ever happening. All right, to keep that nightmare scenario from becoming a reality, we have to build a really strong foundation. And that foundation starts with you understanding your rights. Now, this isn't about getting all bogged down in boring legal jargon. Nope. This is about realizing that your rights are actually the single most valuable asset you own. So let's talk about the big one, copyright. What is it really? Well, you can think of it as an automatic shield for your original work. Seriously, the moment you create something, a video, a song, a photo, you instantly get the exclusive rights to it. It's your power to say yes or no to how your content gets used out there in the world. And you know what? It all hinges on this one super important word, originality. That's the key. For copyright to even kick in, your work has to be a product of your own brain, your own effort. It's that simple little requirement that gets this whole protection engine started. So how do you make sure your work actually passes that originality test? Well, it's all about a few key habits. First, if you use other people's stuff, always get permission, get a license. Do your homework so you're bringing a fresh take to the table. And whenever you can, create your own assets, your own photos, your own music, your own scripts. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Document your process. Keeping notes and drafts creates a paper trail of your creative journey, which can be a lifesaver. And this gets to why originality is so much more than just a legal thing. It's about your brand. It's what makes you a credible, unique voice in a super crowded space. So this isn't just about dodging trouble. It's actually about building a reputation that people and brands want to be around. And get this, you might be surprised by just how long this protection lasts. For most stuff, like writing or art, your copyright lasts for your entire life, plus another 70 years. And for things like films or sound recordings, it's 50 years from the day you made it. You're not just creating content for today, you're literally creating a generational asset. Okay, so we've got the what of copyright down. Now let's get super practical. How do you actually put a shield around your content when it's out there in the wild? Let me tell you, the single most powerful tool in your entire toolkit is a contract. No, don't think of it as some scary legal hurdle. Think of it as the blueprint for a great partnership. It just makes sure everyone's on the same page from day one, which prevents a ton of headaches later on. And look, a good contract doesn't need to be 100 pages long. It just has to answer 6 simple questions. Who's involved? What's the exact work that needs to be done? How much you're getting paid and when? Who actually owns the thing you create? How can you end the deal if you need to? And what happens if you disagree on something? Getting this stuff in writing isn't red tape. It's just plain smart business. Okay, let's clear the air on something that confuses a lot of people: fair use. Sometimes it's called fair dealing. The key thing to remember is that it allows for limited use of someone's work for things like criticism or education. It is not a free-for-all. Infringement, on the other hand, is when someone uses your work without permission, and, this is crucial, it hurts the value of your original work. The line can be fuzzy, which is exactly why having clear agreements is so important. All right, our shield is up. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's talk about the engine. How do we go from just protecting our work to actually turning all that creativity into cold, hard cash? I absolutely love this quote. It's a complete mindset shift. The goal isn't just to be a content factory, constantly churning out more and more stuff. It's about being strategic. It's about monetizing your content with real intention. So what does that actually look like? Well, it starts with thinking about a productization map. Instead of just making a post or a video, you start thinking in terms of products. A tutorial video, that could become a premium course. A bunch of product reviews, that could be a deals hub that runs on affiliate links. You see? All of a sudden, every piece of content has a clear path to revenue and a way to measure what's working.
The big takeaway here is to build a bunch of different revenue streams. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket. Subscriptions give you that predictable monthly income. Direct deals with brands mean way higher rates. Affiliates let you monetize your audience's buying decisions. And licensing, that lets your old work keep making money for you year after year. This is how you build a real, resilient business.
And this brings us right back to where we started. We kicked things off with that nightmare of getting your work stolen. So now that we've built the foundation, the shield, and the engine, let's talk about the action plan for when things do go wrong. If you find out your content has been stolen, first things first, don't panic. You have a plan. Just follow these steps. 1. Document everything. Screenshots, links, dates, get it all. 2. Double check that it's actually an infringement and not something that's licensed or covered by fair use. 3. Reach out to the person directly with a professional cease and desist notice. If that doesn't work, use the platform's official takedown tools. And 5, if it's a really big deal, it's time to get some legal advice. See? A clear, calm checklist. So, we'll leave you with this one last thought to chew on. You pour so much of your time, your energy, and your creativity into your work. It has real, tangible value. So the big question is, are you treating it with the professional respect it deserves? Are you actually